I can do it. I'm not feel free.
Hey guys, it's Chad from Sticks Blog. I'm Stick. Anyway, we're here at Stecoah Gap. We're about to get started. Finally, Charlie finally made it. He was trying to go to Gatlinburg, NOC. Yeah, that one right there. It's hiking shoes, aka. And what's bad is this is Stick, in case you didn't get that.
You're Chad.
But I am Chad too. Anyway, Charlie let us young whippersnappers know the exact coordinates of where we needed to meet, young bucks, where we needed to meet. But then he was the one that was 2 hours late, but we figured that he was on mountain time, so he was actually 15 minutes early. But anyway, we're here at Stecoah Gap. About to get started. We're just doing a quick weekend hike. Gonna stay probably near Sassafras tonight, and then tomorrow just hike down to NOC. Just doing a little 14-mile section. It's not gonna be much. But anyway, we've got Jeremy, aka Head. We've got Gizmo Joe, we got Craig, we got hiking shoes, and we got Brian Green. Anyway, we're fixing to get started. We're going that way. We'll see you then.
I still have the top ones.
They'll sedate you just a little bit with the stick.
Yeah.
You videoing?
Yeah.
And we're talking about lower GI.
I can. That's pretty cool. Look.
It is.
Hey, did y'all see this little? That's pretty cool.
Somebody camped up in here.
Yeah, it looks like there's a fire.
Wood right there.
Pretty cool.
Stick will do you'll be doing quite a bit of editing on this.
Nah. If it ain't raw, it ain't real.
I hear you.
You know, we got to leave that in. That was too good. Pretty cool. Okay, guys. So we've only been hiking for an hour and a half at the most. It's warming up. It's pretty cool being back out. Cool getting to be out with the guys again. I just wanted to do a little bit of talk. I'm going to try not to talk a whole lot about gear, but I do want to point out a few things I'm using that's new. One thing is my Black Diamond Alpine Carbon Cork, whatever, poles. This is the first actual hike that I've used them on. Got them a while back off Steep and Cheap, so figure what the heck, it's a short hike. They're heavier than normal poles, but I'll give them a shot. Another thing I'm using is the Aqua Clip. Giving that a try. On the other side, I've got the shoulder pouch from Z-Packs. Other than that, I've got my new Arc Blast. It's loaded up with about 22 pounds, something like that. So far, it's actually been a dream. That's not saying much. Haven't hiked a whole lot, but it really is riding really nice. It's comfortable. I can feel a breeze coming through on my back. So I like it so far. Let's see. Of course, I'm trying out the hip belt pocket again. Still not sure about it. Over on the other side, I've got the case for my camera. Trying to carry it like that a little bit this time. Something else I'm using is my Innovate Rocklight 243s. Just got these a couple of weeks ago. This is the first time they've even seen dirt. It was on this hike. They definitely have a smaller, or they're built on a smaller last than my Rocklight 315s, which were 2011 model, maybe 2010 model, I can't remember. They're definitely more narrow. So far I'm not minding it. Kind of like them. They're real comfortable, they're light, they're airy. So far so good. Other than that, I can't really think of a whole lot else. I've got some stuff in my pack that I've got. I might show some of that at camp. But anyway, for this trip, I wanted to try and pack just a little bit heavy, just to try this suspension out on this pack. So I've got way more stuff than I could possibly need. I even have 4 bottles of beer, which is about 5 pounds just for the 4 bottles of beer. And I've got a little cooler. I'm sure I'll have a picture of that later. But anyway, I just wanted to kind of give you an update on some of the stuff I'm carrying. Like I said, we are heading south towards the NOC. We left Stecoah Gap. We're likely either going to stay at Sassafras Shelter or going a little farther up to Swim Bald and stay. There's no spots to set up a shelter or a tent or whatever at Sassafras, so we may push on. There's a little clearing on top of Swim Bald, so we may go up there and set up our camps. The only thing is water is at Sassafras, so we'll have to probably, if we go on up, we'll probably just stock up on water when we go through there. But anyway, it's turned into a beautiful day. The sun's out. Skies are clear for the most part. There's a couple of clouds up there. Really pretty though. We got good views, at least when we can see them, but since it's winter and all the leaves are gone, we can get a good view around us. So that's cool. But I'm enjoying it. Good to be back out again. Like I said, it's happy I got to meet up with a couple of my buddies I ain't seen in a while. Some new friends. So, I'm going to put this away, and I'll do a little more video in a little while. And I'll see you then. See ya. Alright, Hiking Shoes told me I had to show everybody the snow. So there's snow. There it is, folks. White gold. And it's not even Cuban fiber. Okay guys, we're here at Locust Cove Gap. It's a good little area camp out at. Nice little area here. But it's not where we're going for the night. We're going farther down this way. There's some more of the snow that Charlie told me I have to tell everyone about. It wasn't too much farther up this way. Whenever me and Brian and Joe was hiking this last year, I believe. And up here is where I realized that I'd forgot my keys. They were actually in Brian's truck back at the NOC. I mean at Fontana. And my car was at NOC. My key is in my pocket. I am very sure of that. But anyway. So this is the trail. Do some more video later. Pretty decent view. Glad we're getting good views today.
I've never been one of those I need to be in it.
Alright, I think we're on top of Stecoah Bald. Everybody's getting their pictures made. Yeah. Woo! That's pretty though.
Clear sky.
Yeah.
You know?
Chicken man.
How you know?
Crank you out on the dry. Get out of his photo.
This is the AT here. It's headed south. North. here's a good little campsite up on top of Stecoah Bald. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but anyway, like I said, that's north. This is south. AT runs right along there, kind of goes around, and of course there's a little cutoff trail right through here. You can get a couple of tents in here. Looks like there's a trail going farther back that way. I'm not sure, probably just a view. There's another little spot right there, you can get a good tent. And here's a good clearing. Wow, this is a big clearing up here. Oh, is that the sign? Alright. Stecoah Bald. This is a 5,062 foot elevation according to the pocket profile map that I'm using. Here's a huge area. Nice little spot for a fire. Great view.
That water up here would be pretty.
Yeah.
Camp here, wouldn't we?
If there was water, yeah, I'd be happy camping here. The closest water is at Stecoah Gap, which is another 1.2 miles down the trail. Which I guess, does the trail go that way?
That way or that way?
Well, hey, there's a marker. Oh, and there's that right there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the white blaze. Here is the marker.
So are we stopping at the shelter? Staying at the shelter or are we staying at the Bald?
I'm not sure. Just depends on what everybody wants to do. Alright. It's Stecoah Bald. Alright, hiking down the trail heading to the shelter. We'll see what we're going to do from that point on. Still got some pretty decent views out beside us. It's all downhill here to the shelter. And then if we decide, like I said, to go up to Swim Bald, it's a little bit of a climb. It's like 300, 400 feet, something like that. It's not a bad climb at all. Not sure what we're going to do though. Anyway, just wanted to show you some more of the trail. And I'll do some more video later when we get to the shelter. Show you around the shelter. Check that out. So I'll see you then.
5 bear cable?
I don't know. Okay guys, here we are. We are at Sassafras Shelter. This is Sassafras Shelter if you're interested in checking it out. It's a split level inside there, so have sleepers on top and bottom. Probably holds maybe 14, 12, something like that. Not 100% sure. Anyway, Appalachian Trail comes from back up that way. Of course, that's northbound. This will be southbound. Comes up right here in this little gap. And if you keep going up this gap, you'll end up at Swim Bald. There's a little side trail that cuts down here and comes down here. Not a whole lot of places really to set up any sort of tent. You can get a little one in here. It looked like someone actually set one up right over there. It looks like there's some flat spots. So, not really good spot for that. I know at Swim Bald, right up there, there's a couple of good spots that you can get a good spot to set up on. It's kind of flat. Water is down here. We got hiking shoes filling up some water. It's got a real good source coming out of a pipe there. When we were here last year, it was flowing good, and it's flowing good now. So it must be a pretty, for the most part, pretty reliable source. I've got some beers up here I'm fixing to take down there. Everybody's unpacking, getting settled in. We're decided we're going to go ahead and stay at the shelter tonight. So Craig's over here hanging his hammock, and these are some beers I brought: the Blue Moon Mountain Abbey Ale and the Rogue Dead Guy. It's not focusing. I believe Greg also brought a shot top. It's in his pack right there. We found half a dozen eggs and some cheddar broccoli pasta sides
That's from
hanging up. That's for hiking shoes. He's gonna boil some eggs.
Prime, man.
So, anyway, we've got a privy out here. So, looks like a decent privy. It's busted.
Still flushing?
No, he
Don't listen to hiking shoes.
to the pivot, buddy.
But anyway, so we are about 6.9 miles from the NOC. We'll do that tomorrow morning.
And a big cheeseburger.
And a big cheeseburger at the, what's the name of the restaurant? The River's End or something? Yeah, we're going to stop there and get us a cheeseburger before we all go our own separate ways. But anyway, this is it. I may do some more video later. But I need to go ahead and get in here and start unloading my pack before everybody claims all the decent spots up in the shelter. So we'll see you later.
Tune back in next week. Another installment of people like the yellow.
So Steve just like me yelling.
Okay guys,
Not
just
only
want
is
to
it-
show you real quick. I'm actually making some of the Big Easy gumbo from Pancake Gourmet. You might not be able to see that, but anyway. And I'm actually cooking it in the cook pot. For those of you that yelled at me about cooking in Ziploc bags, I'm doing this for you guys. Just wanted to show you that. See you later.
Brian's all here.
Does that charge the battery?
I get a good 2.5.
So you just plug that in, charge it out.
Got it.
Nice. What kind of phone is it?
Commando.
Commando.
Right.
Makes him feel like he's in the army again.
Wow. It's just like this. Huh? It's just like this.
I know, dude. I mean, I was in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We down no running water, no bathroom, and took a bath, and no gym wash tub, and all that good stuff. Well, I have been waiting for about 2 hours, so I finally got my feet, you know.
Where are you going?
Going over to the train.
Uh-oh.
What is it with these red shoes y'all got going on, man?
Yeah, I noticed mine was moved this
He
morning.
got some red shoes.
Those aren't shoes.
I know the booties. There you go. Get it right. I know.
I wished I had brought mine.
Charlie, what's up with that blue hat?
Put duct tape on the bottom.
Well, there's some dude named Chad, a.k.a. Stick, said, she just get you one of them. I said, I don't know.
Not in blue.
Well, what's the matter? I like blue.
But look at my socks.
I also swap socks with you.
Nope.
Why not?
You said blue was
I
heavy.
like my socks.
That's psychological.
Blue is heavier. It's actually deeper.
Give me the blues and I'll give you my black.
I ain't giving you nothing.
Then
Don't
I
you
can-
ever ask me out again.
I'll go Max,
Y'all
dude.
so funny.
I'll make some yellow.
Get you some yellow ones.
No, I like that lime green looking one. Is that Stick Junior down there? No, it ain't. I thought that was way too bad like that. And I'm like, holy cow!
Stick Junior.
Chicken Man.
Chicken Man.
Yeah.
I thought he was called something else now.
What was he called? Hammock Man.
Hammock Man.
Yeah, I didn't know what his name was. Like,
We don't need
he
it.
was the one in the hammock, and
We don't know his name.
so I
Hammock
called him
Man?
Hammock Man.
Hammock Man.
That works.
Hammock
Yeah.
Man.
I think he likes that better than Chicken Man.
Have y'all known each other for about 20 years?
No.
We just met on this hike.
Oh,
Actually, we meet Charlie every time we meet him. He's somebody different every time we meet him.
It's cool though. You have
Hey, Joe.
friends.
did you say we have friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all are
They ain't my freaking friends.
I wouldn't call them.
I second that. Got me some coffee. Use my cool little coffee filter to make some coffee.
You know, you remind me of my daughter.
Uh-oh. You gotta
After
record
watching
everything?
YouTube to learn how to weave these little rubber band bracelets. Now when she makes them, she narrates them. Like she's making a video, but she's not allowed because we don't let her post stuff like that.
Ah.
So now when she makes this, I'm bending this one over here, and then I have to put these two here. I have to be careful when I bend this one.
You gotta explain to the world.
That's what it reminds me of.
Because this is good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm not narrating anymore because Brian's making fun of me. I'm just showing you everything. You have to figure it out for yourself, folks.
Alright, I'm going to get all the hate emails. Warm it up.
Sat on the seat.
Alright guys, we are on our way out now. We left shelter about 10 minutes ago. Making our way to Swimbald. And then from there it's all downhill. Kind of hard to see anything with the sun. But just want to show you a little bit of the trail. And Swimbald right up here was the other option we were talking about camping at last night. Just because it's a little bit of a clearing. We could have actually set up our tents a little better. Back at Sassafras, Jeremy did set up his Bora gear. I think it's called the origami tent or something like that. It's actually a tarp. But he found him a spot that was for the most part flat. The rest of us stayed inside the shelter except for Craig. He hung his hammock. Had a good night. There was 3 other folks that showed up. So we had a few people in the shelter, more than I expected, to be honest. Hoping Swimbald is not too much farther, I can show you around that without cutting the camera off. I'm not sure. I want to say my pack has done great. Really been happy with it. Haven't had to make adjustments or anything. I got the additional lumbar pad on the back, and I think it's actually made a difference for me. Seems like I don't have to cinch my hip belt quite as tight. Get most of the weight transferred to my hips. So I'm liking it so far. But anyway, I'll go ahead and turn this off. We should be pretty close to Swimbald. I'll turn it back on and show you around when I get there. Okay guys, this is Swimbald. AT runs right along through here. That's south, that's north. We came from that way. But anyway, there's a good little spot here. You can get a few tents in here for sure. Real easy. Nice little fire ring. Little log to sit on. This is it. From here, it should all be downhill to NOC.
Water in there.
Yeah, snow. So this is it. Okie dokie, guys. We're on the way down to NOC. It's one of the better lookouts. You can actually see the river down there.
Yep.
And we're headed somewhere in that direction eventually. There's the crew.
Solo hiking.
No, I'm not solo hiking.
I'm messing with you, dude.
Charlie's solo hiking. He just don't know it yet. Anyway, good stuff.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, as little as I do with like technical stuff on computers, if I'm not at work, when iPad's on, the usual documents and stuff.
Alright folks, more trail. We just hit the little spot you just saw in the video. So I don't think we're going to get many more views from here on out. We'll come to an interesting little rocky section, so that'll be pretty fun. Hitting snow again. Not bad though, that's cool. It's fun, we get to hike in a little bit of snow, a little bit of leaves. You know, just change things up. Got a good little view from over here. I see down into the valley there a little bit. It's pretty nice out here. Anyway, it's been a fun trip so far. Like I said earlier in the video, it's fun getting to hang out with the guys again, spend some time on the trail. Laying in bed last night, man, that was so awesome. I missed using my marmot. That thing was just so snugly warm. Loved it. It's really comfortable. But anyway, I'm just trying to use up battery now.
You got tangles. I don't mean that.
I don't even need to explain it to them.
No.
I don't think you need to
You don't own
explain it.
anything.
Stimulated, rude, front.
I mean, my thing is like, I don't know what I'm doing when I'm just starting. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay guys, we're just at a little opening here. Nice little place to camp. We are actually just past Grassy Gap, which is a little ways back that way. I think Right Gap or something like that. It's up this way. Nice little area. Cool little place for the kids or something, or heck, even adults to go and play. But anyway, so we're almost back. Just wanted to show you that little area there. Alright. Here they come. We're about 2.5 miles from NOC, so not too much longer we'll be scarfing this down a yummy burger at the river's end, I believe it's called. So, we'll see you there. Okay guys, we're just about out. A little over a mile left. I'll show you part of the trail for a little bit. Okay guys, almost back to the NOC. I don't know if you can see it, but the river's right down there. That's why we've come back. And I don't know if you can see right through there. It's hard to see with all the trees, but Jeremy's making his way. He's rolled his ankle, so he's been kind of hopping along the last couple of miles. Most of the groups probably just about out, I think. I see hiking shoes right there. This is a neat area. I always like coming through here, just with the big rocks and everything. It's just something different. It's a pretty cool little spot. No, looks like everybody else is here. Or some of them anyway. Yeah.
I think so.
A little spot. Craig, keep going?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing hard, man.
Oh well.
He's not a socializing person.
Charlie? Say hey.
Hey.
Okay. Look at Charlie go. Damn, he just flew by. That's why. There's the NOC. And we can smell the food. Sweet victory. Man, that smells good. I think I'm gonna order 2 of everything off the menu. Man, I wish I would have caught that fast enough. I've never seen Charlie move so fast in my life. I mean, he just flew by. That was one of the funniest things I've seen on the whole hike, I think. I don't see him darting across the parking lot yet. Did he fall?
Slowed down a little bit.
Oh, he did. He slowed down. All right. You ready to eat, Joe?
Yes, sir.
He goes, yes.
Here, you get some grub on.
I'm sure Craig's down there waiting on us somewhere.
Probably got some food already.
Yeah, he's probably ordered already. I'll just do a group shot later. I'll Photoshop everybody. Dang. I gotta say, hiking into the NOC is one of the best places to end. Especially when they're open. I see Craig down there walking around. I just hope there's not like a ton of people in the restaurant.
Maybe we can smell them out.
It is 12:10 on a Sunday afternoon. There is potential for there to be a crowded restaurant. So if we have to wait, you know how much that's going to suck?
I've seen a car through too.
Look across the street. That parking lot's full.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And here we are, folks. The Nantahala Outdoor Center. There it is. So, Joe has now completed all of the Appalachian Trail up to Clingman's Dome. And I have a section between Deep Gap and Rock Gap. Oh, this way. I have a section between Deep Gap and Rock Gap. It's about 21 miles that I don't have, and then I'll have almost all the way up to the Smokies done. So, we are going to wait on the rest of the group, head in and get some grub, and then drive home. I've got a long drive. Look at these guys. Bunch of bums.
That's right. Don't be shy.
If you're not first, you're last.
You video me running, baby?
You were too fast.
I know it. Don't tell nobody.